Alright lads, today we're going to be talking about One Piece chapter 1051, and what a chapter this was. Alright, everyone who was dissatisfied with the way that they presumed Wano was going to end. Alright, this was a fantastic way to end it, and shows, I don't even know how to talk about it. I loved it so much. Momonosuke? Oh, Momonosuke! Oh, I love this design. It looks so cool. It fits him so well. Oh, it works, and he look exactly like Oden, but it's just, it's so good. And his speech, oh my god. And and Tama, oh man, everything about this chapter was fantastic. And here's what I love about it, right? We're gonna move straight into it at the minute. It focused entirely on Momonosuke. We got one panel of Luffy and one scene with Yamato. We got Tama's backstory as well, which I'm going to talk about later, but this is important. Oda really knows when to take his focus away from the main character and put it on the actual main character of the arc, Momonosuke. And this entire chapter is about Momonosuke, really, and his ascending to the Shogun throne. And the way it is done, it's fabulous. They spend the entire chapter with him speaking to the people of Wano and telling them how Orochi is down and how he's going to rebuild this country step by step. And I think my favorite part was when he goes, My name was given to me by my father. It means second to none. I swear to live up to that by restoring the country's barren lands into a paradise they once were. That was so good. When I heard that speech and he goes, my name is Kozuki Momonosuke. Oh man. Oh, it was so good. Oh, I can't even right now, right? I can't. Oh, it was just amazing. I loved it so much. And yeah, we didn't get really to see a Hiyori meeting him backstory. All we got to see was her hugging him a little bit in a tiny flashback, which is unfortunate. I think he is rushing the tiny bits here and there, but he knows how to get the important bits down so well. And I love it. I love it so much. I really do. Momonosuke, as one of my friends said, Momonosuke has probably one of the top 5 character arcs in the series currently at the minute. It's been built up so well. For most of post-time skip, we went from hating this guy to look how excited I am about him and his whole speech to Wano. I went from hating this guy to absolutely loving this fella. Oh man, he is a fantastic character. And Wano was so good. And as you know, yeah, last chapter had me saying Wano was the best arc in the series. Oh, you have no idea what this chapter did to me. Oh my god, I think they just finalized it greatly. And if this is the end, if this is it and it's over, I don't know what they're doing with the Marines. I'm assuming Zunisha just went whoop, they're gone, right? But this is perfect. I love this. We're probably going to get, the next chapter is probably just going to be an exposition about we're not opening borders on Wano, and he's going to explain to certain characters why, and that's probably going to be it. But let's move on from that and we'll talk about Momo again in a minute. Let's go to Yamato for a second. So Yamato is introduced to the rest of the crew, which is fantastic. I love that. Great. The way it was done was like, you're Kaido's son, what? And she's like, yeah. I go by Oden, but you can call me Yamato. And you know what? I thought originally, because it was brought up by someone before, that her whole arc was going to be learning to be more like herself, and that she doesn't need to be like Oden to be strong and powerful. But you know what? I don't mind that gimmick anymore. I don't mind the whole gag of her being Oden. It's not that I minded it in the first place. I just thought it was going to get... I thought it was going to get to a stage where it wasn't funny. And I mean, it's not funny, but it's not bad either. It's not a bad gag, so I'm not really against it. And I actually think it's cool because you'll know who she's close to, because she's like, I'll let you call me Yamato. You know, that's kind of a cool way to know if she trusts the Straw Hats. So I like that. I also think this foreshadows something if you think about it. I'm going to just say this right now. Luffy's going to be leaving Wano, and then she's just going to jump onto the ship like Oden and do that type of thing. She's going to tie a chain around it and grab onto it, and we're going to have a scene like that where she stays hanging on for a few days. Then he might just pull her up immediately. Hell, it might be funny. It might be funny where she's like, I'll survive for 3 days and then I'll join your crew, and he's just like, get on. and he pulls her up. That'd be kind of funny as well. I'm really excited to see what Yamato does. I don't know. I did think, oh man, I love it. I'm really happy about Yamato joining the crew. Because either way, what you think about her character, whether she was rushed or whatever, I know some people were like, she wasn't introduced until later on in the arc. I do love Yamato in terms of what she brings to the story. She is Kaido's child. The idea of Luffy not only destroying everything Kaido built, but bringing the child of Kaido onto the crew, it does something fantastic, right? It is brilliant. Because, and that's the thing as well, because that's what the Odin gag does. It's more like a character trait, but I can feel it turning into a gag because of the way it was done in this chapter, where it's like, I go by Kozuki Odin, but you can call me Yamato. Where it's like, you'll have her get annoyed at people she doesn't trust and go, I am Odin and all that, right? Or she might just do it against Sanji because Sanji's annoying. I don't know. I don't know what you... But my point being is that, like, the idea that Luffy was able to sway her so much, like, not sway her, Odin, his greatest enemy, was able to sway him to his side, and then she ended up joining the Straw Hats. That's gonna be massive news. Imagine to the world. Alright, Luffy didn't only get rid of everything Kaido built, he made his child join the crew. Alright, how good is that gonna look for the newspapers? That newspaper article, why did I do the Naruto Hansai? That newspaper article is going to be fantastic. I am looking forward to it so much. Oh man, One Piece, it gets to me like this, man. It really does. Yeah, God, Yamato, and then obviously we got Tama's backstory, which is another thing. Really cool. Really loved that. It gave a bit more want to Tama, a bit more like want in terms of wanting her to join the crew even further. But you know, I possibly got Yamato, so I'm not going to push for Tama anymore. If she joins, she joins. If she doesn't, she doesn't. And that's fine. You know what? I could see it where it's like where Luffy's like they're leaving and they're like, I gotta fulfill my brother's promise, don't I? And then he puts a hand out and she gets to join. But I don't know. We'll see. I do kind of like how, what's her name? Speed sticks around, even though it technically, the whole fruit wore off. And it means they get to decide whether they stay or not. Which is quite interesting, because what that means is that it's not technically a slavery fruit, so they get away with it because it's only temporarily and they get to decide after a month. It's like, I'll make you my slave for a month, but then you get to decide. It's alright, you know, whatever. So we're probably going to see... I don't know. But I will say, right? My favorite, by far my favorite scene in this chapter was the scene near the end where Momonosuke's walking into what we can assume is the Shogun office, right? And it's like when Kaido was introduced with Jack King and Queen behind him while he was walking in to meet Lin. The way that they did it just made him seem so powerful and so cool, and what a way to end the chapter. I loved it. I loved that scene. That's my favorite panel in the entire chapter, with Momo walking and the retainers behind him, Kinemon looking behind the back. Oh, it just worked so well. And even Kinemon doing the Odin pose at the beginning of the chapter where he was like, oh. I mean, look, Kinemon should have died, but I'm not going to complain, alright? Ashura Doji looks like he's down. As long as we get one casualty from the scabbards, I think I will be somewhat happy, alright? I understand, right? One Piece doesn't do casualties. It would have made a lot of sense for Kinemon to die. It would have had Momo have to really grow up as he lost both his father figures. But I'm not going to start complaining about death now, because I don't know what I should be expecting from One Piece, but everything else is just fantastic, alright? I loved it. I loved it so much. This chapter was something else. It really was. And fun fact, he has Abeno Habakiri. I don't know how he got it now, because Hitetsu didn't show up till later on, but he had it when he was turned back into a human. So maybe he grabbed it on the dragon or something. I will say, it was weird not to see Zunisha or anything like that. I don't know if I said this in the last video, but I'm going to say it now. I do think the people of Zou are staying on Wano, so Zunisha's going to like drop them off, and he's gonna like tell Zunisha your punishment is fulfilled or something. And then like he's gonna drop off the people of Zou, and then they're gonna come into Wano and be welcomed, and they're gonna help rebuild Wano. I don't know. I feel like that is a step for Momo to rebuild relations between the Kazuki and the people of Zou. And on top of the fact, there was, as I said in a discussion video with Kaho, the idea that the volcano eruption made a new sky island. We could see sky people at some point if something happens. We could see a new sky island, so they get to take materials from sky islands as well to help rebuild Wano. I mean, this is a theoretical. The Zou thing I'm very confident in. The Zou thing I am very confident in, but the sky island thing not so much. The Zou thing I am incredibly confident in. The Sky Island thing was a theory done by, I hate, put his name up on screen, Joe Three Skulls theory, I think, but I hate pronouncing it because I don't know if I got it wrong or if I got an order wrong. It's Three Skulls theory. I don't know if it's Joe. I'll put it up on screen here so you'll see it. But he's the one who came up with the whole idea of the Sky Islands. Shout out to him. But yeah, oh man, I'm just thinking that Zou idea is great. I love that idea actually. And that would like, and then we actually see now Oshidoji can die because we got Shinobu as a replacement for the 9th Scabbard. At least what it looked like there. I also like the idea. All right, we didn't see Kinemon reunite with Suru, which that's fine and everything. That is okay. We got everything else. But oh my god, this chapter! I'm just kind of trying not to repeat myself and just scream about how much I love this chapter because I do. The last few chapters have been amazing. I doubted on it for a bit at 10:49. I was like, I don't know. I still liked it, but I was like, I don't know. You said it wasn't going to end with a big punch, but do you know what? We got Gear 5. We got I think once I saw the explosion, I knew everything was going to be alright. Kaido couldn't have just been taken out with a big punch. No, you got to have the big eruption as well. So once I saw that, I was like, that makes sense. Add a bit of fantasy to it, if you know what I'm talking about. Goodbye area reference there. I don't know, that was cool. I don't know. I enjoyed it. Add a bit of fantasy to your story, eh? I don't know. That's what explosions mean to me now. That shows you how fucking... whatever. I really... No, it's great though. Great chapter. There's so much to go on about. Now, I don't know how Wano's going to end or how the Marines are going to be dealt with. I still think Zunisha's going to go... But then I also think, now think about this here, right? They only said they'd invade if Kaido was taken down. But what if Momonosuke... Oh, no, wait, no, they have the news, the CP0. No, it's Momonosuke. So, no, yeah, they won't be fooled. But then, theoretically, the lower-ups in the ships might be fooled, and then he does a borrow breath, like... I don't know, that's my best borrow breath impression. Do you know what I mean? And then, like... and then just a borrow breath into the sea, and then they're like, we gotta retreat, right? And Zunisha as well. I don't know, do you guys think, because we're talking about Joy Boy's companion and how Zunisha is Joy Boy's companion, or was, so is he gonna just follow around Luffy now? Like, is he gonna just shrink down? Actually, no, I'm just gonna call her she, because a lot of people are saying she, same with Emu, so I'm gonna say she for Zunisha, because obviously it was revealed somewhere, or maybe it's like some Japanese honorific that I'm not aware of, but like, is she just gonna shrink down into like a mini elephant chopper form and just kind of hang around with Luffy now as the companion, and then she's she's gonna rise up again when they go to Marijua and just drop them down there. When they drop off the Zou animals, of course, into Wano to rebuild relations. I actually, there's so many things that could happen after this chapter, and Film Red as well. Film Red's happening after Wano ends, by the looks of it, because Wano's over. Wano looks like it's over. I think it's over. Next 5 chapters we're out of Wano, I'd say. If there's a big twist, well, maybe not next 5 chapters. I'd say next 10 chapters. Give it the next 10 chapters, because I'd say Act 4 and 5. Act 4 is probably going to be like a few... I don't know anymore. I do think the act like structure is still going. But I would have thought if you were going to end Act 3, you might have ended it here, so I don't know anymore. But if there is a new act, I'd say it's another 5 chapters for Act 4, and then like 2 or 3 chapters for Act 5 while they go out. And it might even be Act 5 will be just an interlude chapter where they're like leaving Wano, so that could be it. So we could see Act 4. Now there could be a big twist in the next chapter that leads into Act 4, and that's when we get to see the end of Act 3. But unfortunately, break next week. I am very sad, but hey, summer holidays now, so no restrictions. Also, I'm getting the boot off on Wednesday, and I get my new AFO tomorrow. So, well, today, as you see this video, maybe even the day after, if my Wi-Fi doesn't come back. So yeah, I will be all good, back up and running soon enough once I get my new AFO, and then I get the all clear on Wednesday. MK's back in business, baby, fully back in the world of the living and not stuck in his house. Wow, fantastic, everybody. That was a bit off topic, but I just wanted to say that. Yeah, my God. Oh, dude, what an amazing arc. I've been rewatching it. I'm still on the Odin flashback. If you follow me on TikTok, you can see where I am, because I post my little random thoughts about One Piece on there. Honestly, at this point, it's like at the same time I love making those videos, they're also like great idea dumpers, because I can like check back and see, what did I say about this? Can I like make this into a video? You know, it's really cool. I really enjoy it. And we'll talk about all this throughout the next 2 weeks and new ideas here and there. But what? Oh my God. All right. I think that's enough. Enough just screaming at the chapter again this week. With that being said, if you want more One Piece content from me, make sure to like and subscribe. And I will see you all next time. Goodbye.